Well, hello, everybody. It has been quite the week. Welcome to the channel, guys. Oops, my bad. We have just hit our first milestone. I have now reached 500 subscribers. Hard to believe that I started this channel a couple months ago at like a measly 300, and now I'm up to 500. It's amazing. You guys are amazing. Solar Voladun, welcome to the stream. Fear the nice cannon. Darth Ghostface. Okay, this is a long one, guys. Hey, Brandon. Just wanted to let you know, because of YouTube's recent AI age verification system and banning VPNs for premium users, this will be the last stream of yours I will be watching here on YouTube. After hopping on to Ryan Canals and Mr. Grizzly's community streams on Sunday, I will be deleting my YouTube account and staying exclusively on Rumble. I'm fed up with this website and their bullshit. I understand, Darth Ghostface. You have been a very good friend and moderator. I was honored to have you on my channel as a moderator and as a good friend. As for joining Rumble, I do have an account over there, but I have pretty much neglected it ever since I set it up. So I might consider giving that a try. I'll see what I can do. Seth Charmole. I'm gonna assume I'm pronouncing that right. Have a nice stream, bro. It's a bit late, but I'll stick around for a bit. Well, chat. We have got quite the. I have got quite the treat for you guys tonight. I'm gonna start things off nice and easy. I think I'll go to this idiot first. Okay. Check. And let us begin. We're going to share this. And we are going to start things off nice and simple with a reoccurring idiot on this channel. Darth Momo with his Mandalorian and Grogu trailer reaction. AA, welcome to the stream. Fanaticverse YT, what's up, Brandon? Will you talk about the new Super Mario Brothers movie and why you're not excited? And I will see your point. I'll probably talk about that when it gets closer to its release date. Maybe I'll make a video on it. It's a shame because I grew up with YouTube and loved it when it was a fun platform, but I realized it would never go back to it at the time when it actually cared about its content creators. Yeah, but I gotta do what I gotta do. Mecha G75, welcome to the stream. Can't stay long. I'm extremely busy spending time with family. Family time is important, something I myself have discovered. So, good luck with that, Mecha G75. And Solar Voludun is now a new moderator. He is a new commander of Vader's Fist. That is what I am going to start calling you guys now that I have hit 500 subs. Actually, funnily enough, last I checked, I was at 501. So, in all regards, I could say we are the 501st. But considering I have the Darth Vader profile picture and all that, you know, Vader's fist just, you know, it fits better. Cringy fake reaction incoming. Absolutely. I am honored to be a moderator. You've earned it. You've earned it, Solar Volodun. I trust you will use your authority wisely. I'm starting to see more and more in YouTube these stupid-ass AI Star Wars projects. It looks cheap and not original. Fake Star Wars. Yeah, I myself have been seeing a lot of fake AI content on YouTube. And honestly, it's pretty darn alarming. I actually saw a very good video on this AI content for a while, and honestly, it both unnerves and scares the living crap out of me. Congrats on reaching 500 subscribers, Brandon. Thank you, Darth Ghostface. Now I just need to figure out how the heck I can get super chats active on here. Because I think you said in one of my earlier streams that hitting 500 would get me super chats. Because I don't know. People want real content made by real people. We want good content or good real content made by good people. Arachnid Youth, welcome to the stream. I'm at work trying not to pass out. Aren't we all trying not to pass out when we're at work? Very, very relatable. Hopefully this stream will give you some levity. An escapism, if you will. Raven Sai 8, welcome to the stream. Who is trying to defend Star Wars theory about what? Oh, we'll get to that. But we're not just going to introduce. I'm not just going to introduce you. I'm not just going to spoil the surprise just yet. Isn't that how it works? I remember that's when Justin. Huh. Is it starts? I don't know. I have to look into this whole case. It's a special case for me because I stayed up all night finishing a figure. Yeah, is that the? I think that may or may not have been the one you shared on my Discord. Okay. Enough stalling. Let's get to work. Actually, real quick, I gotta dislike that and I gotta grab a mouse pad. A few seconds. And I'm back. Okay. I don't know. Maybe, possibly. Maybe like closer to release date. It might be a video. It might be a stream. Who knows?
Enough Glibber, hi friend.
Dude, update your introduction. Come on, man. It ain't 2005 anymore. Surely you can come up with a better intro than that. I can come up with a better intro than that. I mean, guys, is this not awesome? Assuming it. Like, come on, that's awesome. Machinery 964, welcome to the stream. The 1980s. Actually, yeah, it does look like something almost out of RoboCop.
Enough Glibber, hi friends. Darth Momo here. Looks like.
What the hell did he just greet me with?
Mandalorian and Grogu just dropped a trailer, so let's check it out.
Oh Christ! It's a car video reaction. Lord Master Chris, welcome to the stream. Here we go. Let's see how many fake reactions are we gaining out of him. Okay, we got like a little squinty move towards the camera face expression right there. Will he do a shill face, chat? Will he do a shill face? Must be a Disney Ray Girl fan. I would not be surprised if he is, considering how much he defends Disney Star Wars. Came in with a better intro with an old-ass simple intro ad from 2017. Exactly! How the hell have you not updated your intro? He looks like he's preparing to commit a crime. He's already committed the crime of shilling for Disney Star Wars. For defending it and trying to tear down the expanded universe with lies. Oh, we got a smile with Baby Yoda. I do not like the way he smiled when he saw Baby Yoda, guys. I do not like how he smiled. Star Wars Explain hasn't changed his intro in 9 years. He's so pathetic. Hey, it's Sexplain. That's par for the course. Rayvon Velez, welcome to the stream. The Shills need to stop thinking they can join the Disney hate train. No fake haters allowed. No fence riders. No fence riders allowed. Disney Star Wars is satanic, and I'm not excited. Yes, it is. The Acolyte especially is proof of that. The beaver teeth came out for a second.
So it looks like this is different than the leak trailer. From Celebration.
You mean Shilibration, Momo? Which I guarantee you may have wanted to go see.
Oh, is that Zeb? Okay, okay.
Oh, there we go. I know what that is. I know what that is, guys. It's Grogu. He said the thing. And of course he smiled. He smiled when he saw Zeb. Because Star Wars Rebels, am I right, guys? If I recall correctly, he loved Star Wars Rebels. Loves it. He absolutely loves that trash show.
Interesting.
That didn't look interesting in the slightest, dude. Shut up. Isn't Yoda supposed to be unique? Well, it's Yoda and Yaddle. You forget there's Yaddle. Come on, Momo.
I hate the CGI Imperial stuff. Interesting logo. Forged.
Okay, he laughed at a stupid tagline. Christ. Vandar. I remember his name was Vandar. That title card might actually be the worst one yet to come out of Disney Star Wars, if you ask me. That does not look like anything from like real Star Wars. Then again, neither of them are, and none of them are. He looks like he's trying to force some excitement with him. He is trying to shill, chat. He is trying to shill. He's trying to earn that easy money. He's trying to earn that Disney access.
Good shot, baby.
I hate that whistle sound so damn much. I hate that stupid whistle sound.
Interesting. Okay. I mean, the coolest thing about that was probably Zeb with his.
Of course it was. Of bloody course it does. Of course, the coolest thing in that trailer would be a Dave Filoni creation. Because you love Dave Filoni. Dave Filoni is your savior, your master, Momo. We have the clips. You tried to defend TCW when you were trying to tear down the expanded universe. Don't think we haven't forgotten your sins. Don't think we're going to let you live that down.
Bow staff thing. I'm assuming that was Zeb. That looks pretty sick. Obviously now we get some better official shots at things like Rod of the Hutt, etc. Overall, I mean, it looks like it's going to be fun, but I don't expect it to be of more substance than that. I think it's just going to be a fun popcorn.
Lowering your expectations and just wanting to have a fun time at the theater. The Disney shill hive mind mindset when it came to this trailer coming out. People just want a fun movie. Fun, fun, fun. How dare you make me quote the Cat in the Hat live action movie? How dare you? I'd rather quote the SpongeBob episode. Just hop on the lifeboat before the Titanic fully sinks. Nah, Momo has fastened his seatbelt, and he is trying to forge armor plating around the Titanic to keep it from sinking. But he's unaware that it's already hit the iceberg.
Thriller, and that'll be that. I don't think there's going to be any sort of like deeper underlying meaning or tone to it or anything.
There has been no deeper underlying tone or meaning to Disney Star Wars ever since it first came out with The Force Awakens, you idiot. Like, come on. You have a big forehead, but there's absolutely nothing going on in the brains department. No gray matter in there. You know what I'm saying, chat? You know what I'm saying? Paul Steinhauser, welcome to the stream. Evening, all. Xanatos, Friday night. What's good? What's good? What's going down? The Shills are going down, and we're coming up because we're beating them down. Y'all got any good writing? We got hype moments and aura, and they don't even have aura anymore. And just because people find something to be fun doesn't make it good. Exactly. Anyone who gives more money to Disney by going to see the Mandalorian Grogu movie in theaters is part of the problem. Oh, but you have to give it a chance, guys. You have to give it a chance. Don't you see? You gotta give it a chance, even though Disney has proven that they have absolutely no respect for their properties anymore. Brandon, have ever seen Cinema Win's pathetic defense of Rise of Palpatine? It is top 10 worst videos in all of YouTube. No, but I may actually take a look at that next stream. I gotta add CinemaSins to my list of people to tear down, because I am aware that he's his entire channel is defending movies, good and bad. And I guarantee you the Spider-Verse movies are among them. Brandon, quick question. Would you like to see a Greek mythology minister in Star Wars like the Chimera Manticore? I mean, we technically have a Star Destroyer named the Chimera, but why would I want to see a Greek mythology monster in Star Wars? Why not? Star Wars already has plenty of monsters. Why not just make its own? If you want to be inspired by Greek mythology, I mean, go for it, but I don't know. No, I don't want to see a Greek mythology monster in Star Wars. Give it a chance sounds like giving your abusive partner another chance after they cheated on you and hit you. Hey, it's almost like Harley Quinn. Seriously, I actually was talking with someone who gave me that stupid BS a couple days ago, and let's just say I will never understand that kind of logic. Prepare myself for a violent aneurysm. Okay. I don't watch Mr. Plinkett, and honestly, I haven't checked up on him. I really need to get around to adding him to the list. But I will. I am aware that he also defended the Acolyte. I got to add the Birdman. Absolutely. I actually used to watch him for a while with his CinemaSins videos. Primarily his Everything Wrong With series. I mean, I call it abused fans. I call it abused fandom syndrome or fandom abuse syndrome. But nah. But yeah, it's. I mean, I still have to kind of settle on the official terminology for it, but it is a phenomenon. We see it with Spider-Man and Marvel. We're seeing it with Star Wars sometimes. It's like, come on, man, just walk away already. Walk away.
I don't think it's gonna work too standalone. I mean, I think as long as you understand the series, it'll probably be all you need to know. But
you have to watch Mandalorian Season 1, Mandalorian Season 2, Book of Boba Fett, Mandalorian Season 3. Am I missing any other shows, guys? Do you need to watch the Ahsoka show? Because I don't think you have to. So, like, you have to do homework. Nobody wants to do homework. He was funny until he started inserting politicians' drama in with his videos. This is why I don't do that. This is why I don't try to get too political on the channel. And why I would prefer it if people don't really talk politics. I may make an exception, like here or there, if it's like an extreme case, like with my Charlie Kirk post like a long while, like a couple of weeks ago. But those are like extreme circumstances where I'm like, I don't try. I don't try to get political. The bar is like all the way down in Mephisto's realm. Like, that's how low we've gotten with Marvel. I know he defended the League of Assassins. No. Assassin's Creed, the latest Assassin's Creed, the one with the black samurai. No, Superman wasn't that good. I don't know. DC is kind of in a weird position right now. So it's like, no. Oh, Arachnid Youth, man, come on. Come on, man. You cannot be seriously interested in Brand New Day. There is no way they're going to give Spider-Man any justice. Walk away. Don't go see the movie. I wouldn't go that far. But they're not great. Nah, they're both not great. But come on, man. Don't fall for the flashy action. How the hell do you think they managed to brainwash hundreds of people into liking the Spider-Verse movies?
I also don't think it's going to be too overly connected to the TV show. All in all, I mean, I'm not necessarily too excited, but I mean, yeah, I'll go see it and I'll probably enjoy it, and that'll probably
and we'll mock and humiliate you for it. I mean, we already tossed you out of the fandom ass first. So, I mean, go ahead, make yourself even more of a fool.
be that. I'm not going to start getting like, whoa, Mandalorian Grogu, you know? But, I mean, the trailer looks all right. It looks like it'll be a fun time at the theaters, and that's probably all this movie is meant to be in Disney's eyes. Just a fun little popcorn experience that hopefully racks them up a little bit of a nice payday.
Which it won't.
Trailer's all right, and we'll see what else they have to throw at us before May. Otherwise, thank you guys for joining in.
There. And the crying shall commence. Oh Christ, there's another one. Should we check out this one, guys? There's another one here. Elijah JWJ. Should I take a serious detour? I like dumb fun too, but I am not willing to sacrifice my integrity for it. Come on, man. Just walk away. You know it's not going to be a good movie. Follow Darth Ghostface example. I've walked away from Disney Star Wars and Disney Marvel. I walked away from Hollywood 5 years ago after they supported that far-left Marxist terrorist organization, Black Lives Matter. Come on, man. Why bother watching if you're not that interested? Because Momo can't walk away. He can't walk away from fake Disney Star Wars. Darth Momo is indeed a fake fan. No. Okay. I'll keep this on the back burner just in case we need something to laugh at. Oh my god, I am getting so many. Star Wars. Why is Meg showing up in my stream? I don't know. Okay, one other video, and then we're going to take a quick detour to X, and then we are going to jump right into the pièce de résistance of my stream tonight, chat. No one is safe. No one is safe, past, present, or future. No character is safe from the MCU. Okay. I guarantee you some idiot is going to try and defend it. Trust me. I mean, you've had people defending the Acolyte. He only hearts on positive thoughts and reviews. Unlike me, he comments on his explanation. Okay. Okay. Here we go. E.C. Henry, the same guy who said that Palpatine's death made absolutely no sense in Revenge of the Sith, is back with why Star Wars Resistance is bad and why it's good. So he attempts to defend Star Wars Resistance. Let's go.
Now that a number of weeks have passed since my initial reaction to Star Wars Resistance, I think I'm in a better position to more accurately review the show after.
Oh, right. This was. Okay, YouTube's. I hate the fact that YouTube constantly keeps changing itself. It's stupid. Damn it. I'm mixing myself up. Return of the Jedi, of course. I have Revenge on the Sith on the brain for some reason. Damn.
Seeing some trends emerge from subsequent episodes. And while I do still stand by the basics of my first review, I have noticed a consistent problem with the show. Our protagonist, Kazuda Xiono. He's an undeniably obnoxious character, and his tomfoolery, while acceptable in short bursts, quickly becomes a tired trope after a few episodes. Now,
obnoxious characters is literally Dave Filoni's forte. We've been dealing with Ahsoka Tano for God knows how long now. So that guy says it's bad and good. Sounds like he's a liar who contradicts himself. Honestly, Shills in general contradict themselves. They'll defend Disney, and then the second Disney does something that they disagree with, they'll attack them for it. Defending Resistance is quite low, even for a shill. Yep. That's just them breaks.
Personally can enjoy a clumsy or incapable protagonist, and it can be done very well. Chihiro from Hayao Miyazaki's Spirited Away comes to mind. Spirited Away is
Oh, my mom watched that. I haven't.
widely regarded as a masterpiece of filmmaking, but its protagonist is portrayed as a loud, clumsy, wimpy kid, which could easily describe Kaz as well. So what's the deal? Well, in Chihiro's case, these traits aren't portrayed as immutable characteristics, but are themselves.
Or maybe it's because Star Wars and whatever this is, Star Wars is a completely different tone-wise.
Obstacles for the character to overcome, which fundamentally drives the story. But in Resistance, the intention behind Kaz's goofy incompetence isn't much in service of the story, but seems mostly to make the character a cheap vehicle for quick comedic moments and to make his disposition less intimidating and more child-friendly. But it's a bit hard to make an ultimate judgment call on this because a lot of it depends on whether or not the character grows by the end of the story. The only
Lord, this doesn't even look like Star Wars. Thank you, Xanatos. Chase Hedge 67. Welcome to the stream. Ahsoka should never have existed. What isn't Dave gonna make Venture's dual Kylo in this, but scrap it or something pretty? I don't remember hearing about that.
issue is we're over 10 episodes in and still haven't seen any hints of a developing maturity in Kaz's character. Fortunately, however,
Dave Filoni can't handle character progression or character development or interesting stories. Why are you expecting him to do even the most bare minimum of basics?
character writing doesn't seem to be an inherent weakness with this team, as the more mature and sensible characters like Yeager and Poe are just that. They're more mature and sensible, and far more tolerable than the likes of the hyper child-friendly characters like Kaz, Niku, and Tora. I find myself downright enjoying Yeager as a character, and legitimately love virtually every moment that Poe is on screen.
Of course you do. You're a Disney Star Wars fan. This makes you a fake Star Wars fan. This show reminds me of Camp Cretaceous and Chaos Theory. It's embarrassing. Oh, Lord. I hate Dave Filoni's cowboy hat. I hate Dave Filoni's face. I hate practically everything about that man. Ahsoka doesn't exist in real Star Wars. Absolutely. If it's not in the EU, then it simply doesn't exist.
And there's an interesting little phenomenon that occurs when Poe takes charge, and it's that Kaz's character actually becomes a lot better, because he invariably takes on a sidekick role around Poe, who steals the show, grounds the action, and demands more of Kaz, whose goofy antics are far more acceptable when he's not carrying the entire weight of the plot on his shoulders. In retrospect, a huge reason that the first episode came across as well as it did was because of Poe's involvement, because
This show wasn't good at all, dude. Stop lying to yourself and stop lying to your audience, man.
it's pretty obvious that the best that Resistance has to offer so far are the Poe-heavy episodes. But beyond all that, Resistance mostly falters in more technical aspects. While there are some...
It fails in everything, dude. Stop lying. It's a show based on the sequel trilogy. Right there. You should have known this was going to be terrible.
Great looking shots and sequences, in general, the visuals do seem to suffer from a lack of artistic integrity, as it were. And I often find the sound design to be a little amateur. This really stood out with Tora Doza's pet Vorpak, which, contrary to Star Wars' long tradition of impeccable creature sounds, this thing literally just sounds like a slightly modulated dog. And it's kind of like the same sound effect over and over again. And it's stuff like this that tends to make Resistance feel more like a lower budget side project, and that's fine, really. Star Wars is no stranger to goofy, tangential misadventures.
Shut up. Do not compare Resistance to the Ewok movies, you idiot. Do not compare the Ewok movies to the crap show from the sequel, the Disney trilogy. Do not do that, ever.
I don't think that everything Star Wars needs to be important, but it's only fair to recognize and acknowledge when this sort of thing happens. But all that being said, Resistance is doing some good for the greater Star Wars story, as it were, where I found that Rebels tended to cheapen the rise of the rebellion as a bunch of eccentrics and goofs playing war with bumbling idiots. Resistance is actually tackling the rise of the First Order with some degree of maturity and realism. Granted,
no, it isn't. Oh, by the way, God, dislike this. Got it.
I find it a bit unbelievable that the Resistance would have much interest in a loose-lipped buffoon like Kaz, but I also find it totally believable that the First Order might first gain traction in far-flung societies through simple intimidation and racketeering schemes rather than overt military force. I find it totally believable that when the good guys and the bad guys face off in this context, they don't immediately start shooting at each other, because that's simply not the relationship that these factions have with each other yet.
It's stormtroopers. Why wouldn't you start shooting? Come on.
Resistance approaches this particular aspect of Star Wars history with a degree of nuance that I couldn't have expected from the outset. So yeah.
There is no nuance in Disney Star Wars.
After 10 or so episodes of the show, I think that Resistance is doing a lot right, but it also has barriers.
Okay, that was terrible. He just further proves that he is far too gone into the Disney Matrix. Far too gone. Aubrey Miller as Cindo from Ewoks, The Battle for Endor, is a better female character than Rey Palpatine. Anyone agree? I think everyone here does agree. It is. It was a low-budget show, and they don't care about any of their series. I like the Ewok movies, too. But then again, I like pretty much everything real Star Wars. Those who choose to stay in the Disney Matrix will feel our wrath. All right, guys. You ready to see some morons? Oh, I gotta scroll back quite a ways. Ah, here we go. Here's one of the guys I wanted to tackle. Okay, because... oh, boy. This... this was delicious. This was hilarious. If we take a swing over to X, we shall take a quick break from Star Wars and dive into the pathetic well of Miles Morales fanboys. Fake Spider-Man fans, if you will. So, Spider Chris here was someone who I ended up discovering who said this. As long as there are people who say that Miles is Miles and Peter is Spider-Man, misinforming and wanting to quote unquote sink the character, Marvel will continue to release products featuring Miles as the definitive Spider-Man, making him more and more iconic until the haters are left looking completely ridiculous. Now tell me, how delusional is this that you think that that anyone will accept the idea of Miles being the definitive Spider-Man? There is no chance on earth that this is going to happen. That Miles Morales will ever be seen as more iconic than Peter Parker, the man who changed comic books literally forever. Oh, shoot. I forgot. How do I do dark mode? Oh, by the way, follow me on Twitter if you haven't followed me on Twitter yet. I mean, I don't use it much, but okay. Settings. Yeah, I should stop. Oh, sorry. Dang it. Display. Okay, here we go. Display. Ah, there we go. Okay. We're good. We're good. Okay. Sorry there, guys. Iconic. Yeah, these Miles Morales people, they think that Miles Morales is somehow better than Peter Parker. Not only that, and like this guy constantly keeps responding to people such as yours truly, because he said this to me. So you're exactly like a Snyder tard, talks about a character that you don't know shit. I apparently am comparable to people who like Zack Snyder's movies. How funny is that? And I've got like, and yet, oh yeah, Spidey here trying to showcase to me that Miles does indeed have his own villains. Even though my original post was that Marvel never uses Miles's villains. That they never get used outside the comics, nor do I see anyone talk about them. I literally see nobody talking about Miles Morales's villains. Period. I just don't. Nowhere in all of the corners of the Spider-Man fandom have I been in where I see anyone talking about what's happening in Miles's books, what's happening in Miles's, like none of that. I don't see anyone talk about his villains. And yet they expect me to see it as, oh, you should these villains are totally, good villains. It's just sad. And then there's this guy who's responding to me recently with the stupidest pun of Miles Tails Prowler, which is the worst attempt at mashing together Sonic the Hedgehog with, Spider-Man. God, I do believe this guy likes the more modern Sonic games, so that makes him a fake Sonic fan as well as a fake Spider-Man fan. It's just embarrassing. At that point, you should just leave. He technically does, but they're hardly ever used. They're never used outside the comics. And yeah, he still has stolen villains from Spider-Man, the real Spider-Man. Oh, sweet. So we do have bat shark repellent. And he had this to say. Thank you. Finally, people are actually starting to bring out Bendis era examples to stop this copy narrative once and for all. Miles was never a copy of Peter, even though he totally is. The Bendis era. I have seen so many Miles Morales defenders throwing this era under the bus. I have seen so many people throwing the Bendis era under the bus. And yet I'm apparently supposed to buy that these people are on the winning side. So this was what he most recently said. So you're just a troll. I'm not going to repeat the facts a third time. There is a reason why every time you Miles haters come out of the woodwork, you all get completely overrun and outnumbered by Miles fans who actually know the character. Miles is not going anywhere. If we Spider-Man fans are overrun and outnumbered by Miles fans, then how come Miles's comics never sell? How come they always end up getting canceled? Answer me that, dude. You can't. I mean, the Miles Morales fandom has to be among the most pathetic fan base I've ever seen. Miles Morales is literally a tokenized Peter Parker. You're right, Darth Ghostface. Miles is a ripoff of Peter. And one day, when common sense returns to the world, Miles will just be another forgotten era of it. Okay. Are you guys ready? Are you ready for the pièce de résistance? Ooh. I'm kind of blazing through these videos pretty fast. It's only 43 minutes, dang. But we'll keep pushing through. Let's see. Maybe I'll open it up to having to seeing if I can pull up another video for you guys. All right. Here we go. Please welcome to the channel Ranting for Vengeance, the Critical Drinker and Woke Mob Attack Star Wars Theory. He's trying to defend Star Wars theory. Now, look, I get the Critical Drinker defended Shillington crew, and I'm not going to defend Critical Drinker on it. But this guy legitimately is trying to defend one of the worst people in the Star Wars fandom, if you ask me. One of the worst people because he's the biggest Star Wars YouTuber, yet I'm convinced he doesn't actually like Star Wars. The guy who said that Vader could take it up the butt from Lobot and it doesn't change his character. Critical Drinker also shilled for Andor. Okay, that makes it even worse.
So, with some reason,
I honestly, I'm going to tell you guys, I don't like Ranting for Vengeance very much. He just rants, but he doesn't back himself up with any evidence, and he comes off as a screaming lunatic. He actually gives people like us, a bad name, which is a problem. I mean, the guy's got passion, but he needs to learn to utilize his skills better. He needs to, fight, he's got to choose his battles, actually use evidence, not just scream at a camera for 10 minutes. Andor is not Star Wars. Disney Star Wars is not Star Wars. It sucks that Shills somehow think Theory is in the same team as us. Well, that's what you get when people fall for the fence rider, isn't it?
Recent drama from Andor Season 2. Star Wars Theory has the entire internet trying to...
SA, because I don't know if I'll get pulled down for that. SA in Star Wars feels unnecessary. You can portray power dynamics and making the audience hate the Empire in other ways without taking it to such a disgusting place. Oh, right. This was when he said Vader would not condone grape. And I have to emphasize that. Grape. It doesn't even look like Star Wars. It looks like they're forcing modern lifestyle into the franchise. It looks too real. I have always had that complaint too.
Destroy him, and that includes right-wing anti-woke bastions of hope as well. Now, I'm not one to be taking part in drama.
You mean the fake fans? Also, dude, oh no, this was 5 months ago. What the hell have you been doing? Oh no, wait, no, I got this from Scran actually. Okay, so I'm commenting on a video that's technically old. Whoops. Oh well. That scene is so tame. I can't believe people made a big fuss about it. Vader slaughtering children in Revenge of the Sith is fine in Star Wars, but sexual assault is not. That makes zero sense. Damn it, I said that out loud.
But this is a situation where a truly authentic creator like Star Wars Theory is being dogpiled by a big load of...
Truly authentic? Dude. Theory is far from genuine or authentic. The dude is a fence rider. He flip-flops whenever it's convenient for him. Shut the hell up.
Freaks who need to be called out. But before we get into it, if you want to help out the channel, maybe consider subscribing or becoming a patron. So here's the drama that I'm talking about. And in my opinion, Star Wars Theory is doing a great job because he's just proving that the people who hate him are just freaks. So here's the original tweet that kind of...
Oh, and by the way, I believe Scran said that he actually commented on this video and it got deleted. If I am aware. If I remember. Star Wars Theory, along with Josh from Den of Nerds, is the biggest flip-flopper in the Star Wars fandom.
Started it. Star Wars Theory says, SA in Star Wars feels unnecessary. You can portray power dynamics and making the audience hate the Empire in other ways. Nothing wrong with it. Then he says Vader wouldn't tolerate necessary. So yeah, is the line about Vader and the Empire not condoning it a bit strange? But in my opinion, he's not really far off. Because if you're not...
He is pretty darn far off, you idiot. Sidious and Vader have done far worse. I mean, just look at Starkiller. The kid was taken from his family, from his father, who Vader killed, and was trained to become a weapon for them. All his life.
Actual fan of the franchise, you realize that Vader isn't just space mustache man from World War II. He actually does have good in him. And if you can't see that, then you're not a Star Wars fan. And
he buried that good deep down in him, idiot. That's the whole point. The good in him doesn't surface until he tosses Palpatine down that reactor shaft. Of course, he is going to try. He is going to try and say, you're not a Star Wars fan if you can't see the good in Vader. Please, provide examples of Vader being a good guy. I would like to see those. And I'm talking about from the expanded universe, dude. And don't tell me you don't know it exists. You made a video on Jango Fett at Open Seasons. You know the expanded universe exists. Don't lie. Someone tell Theory about Morph Duel from the Jedi Academy series. I read that Chronal from the EU was a rapist, and if I'm correct, he was also a member of the Empire. I do not even know who that is. Star Wars theory fans are actual idiots and room IQ temperature losers. I was a former Star Wars theory fan once. Their community is toxic and stupid. How does this guy have the biggest sub count in the entirety of Star Wars fandom again? Like, just how?
So it's Star Wars. I don't care what you want to say about him saying Vader and the Empire wouldn't condone it. It's Star Wars. There's no place for it anywhere near the franchise. And
As one of my lovely intellectual subs, just as Solar Voluden has just said, more if Duel debunks your argument, moron. Oh, it has been a while since I've read that book. Dang. I didn't even know he was from there. Okay. Woo! But that has been a hot minute since I've seen that.
he would know because he's a Star Wars fan. Don't try to pull up some weird Legends comic or some book from last year saying, well, this also...
Okay, you said the L word. He said the L word, chat. He called it Legends. He called it Wedgens. He called it by the fake name, fake Star Wars fan. Fake Star Wars fan detected, chat. Woo, woo, woo. Dang. Did not take him long. It's called the Expanded Universe, you fake fan. How hard is it to say 2 words? 2 measly little words. How? Not only did he call it Wedgens, he outright dismissed it.
weird Legends comic or some book from last year saying, well, this also had SA in it. It doesn't matter. It wasn't in the first 6 movies.
Oh my. Just because it wasn't into 6 movies doesn't mean it can't happen, dude. Come on. Like, I'm not defending the Andor scene. I'm not. Because it was horrible. It was written horribly, acted terribly, shot poorly, pretty much everything horribly. But SA in Star Wars is not a, new concept. So if you're going to try and say that if it wasn't from the 6 films, it doesn't count, then you basically just shot yourself in the foot because a lot from the expanded universe isn't in the movies. Like, what the hell? Sheesh, my teeth look better than this.
Majority of books and comics, most of which you haven't read, whoever is arguing here against Star Wars theory. Of course, this...
Dude, I have read more of the expanded universe than theory ever has. So, I'm qualified to talk about this, dude.
This guy from all people would say that. Skull emoji. Say what? That SA in a kid's franchise is not necessary.
I understand some people might disagree with me when I say this, but Star Wars is not a kid's franchise. It's a franchise for all ages. Like, yeah, it can target kids, but something like the Death Troopers novel is not something I'd give the little kids. No, he's actually read Jango Fett Open Seasons. He made a video on it. That I actually watched. Like, gosh darn it. When did Anakin think that? Come on, man. Give me sources. Give me sources. I need sources. Star Wars is for everyone. If you think Star Wars is for kids, look at all the dark shit that is in Revenge of the Sith. Hell, look at the stuff that's in A New Hope with the charred corpses of Uncle Owen and Aunt Beru. I don't recall. I may not have gone to that chapter yet, Solar, because I'm still reading that.
To say it, pal, but with this tweet that you just put out at Star Wars Theory, You just proved that you're a retard. And trust me, this guy isn't alone. There's tons of freaks all across the internet who are trans, furries, who all hate Star Wars theory and are bringing.
I mean, they hate Star Wars in general too. They only hate theory because you know he flipped onto the other side of the fence and he won't join them in their little freak show.
Up words like, this guy's not a good person. You can't talk about any moral superiority when you're like a furry, you freak. This guy here actually opposes it.
Says the guy who throws slurs everywhere without no rhyme or reason. At least I spare it. Come on. Oh, shoot. I didn't mean to click that.
It's saying another tweet of people taking theory out of context and crapping on him. The freak responds, and what's the original context? Enlighten me, please. I don't want to see that word in Star Wars. I don't know why this is a thing being pushed on me to have to want to be cool with. Once again,
because freak shows. Dang.
it's a perfectly normal statement that still stands. People have to realize that just because the Empire is the bad guys in Star Wars doesn't mean they have to commit real world atrocities and bad things. Like, that's an argument that a lot of these people are making, saying that, oh, the Empire enslaves planets and takes out millions of people. And you're trying to say that they wouldn't do that? But theory is right. They wouldn't do that because it's Star Wars, a fictional universe.
They would do that, dude. Star Wars is not just for kids, you idiot. You don't have to be trans or a furry to see Star Wars theory is a grifter who doesn't care about real Star Wars. Infinite Multiverse, welcome to the chat. Who is this genetic freak? This is ranting for vengeance, dude. I heard a story when someone took a 7-year-old to see Revenge of the Sith when it was released in theaters in 2005 and had to take the kid out of the theaters when he started crying when Anakin was burning. See? Star Wars can be hardcore, dude.
That never had any of this weird stuff in it. I'm just going to say something. I don't care if you're left or right. If you disagree with this, go screw yourself. Star Wars never had swearing or SA anywhere near it. And what's the...
It technically does have swearing. They made up their own swears, but that technically still counts, dude. Nice try, man. You Griffin nerf herder. Oh, shoot. I think that would be an insult to Scruffy. I'm forced to have to take that back.
brand new thing that they just both appeared in and were brought into the Star Wars universe. Andor, some crappy Trump allegory woke fest. People of color swearing, stuff like this. It's fake Star Wars. Why would you ever defend it? And that brings...
Because Disney shills got to earn that paycheck. Looks like Lord Farquaad if he was a ginger. I saw Anakin burning when I was 5 years old. That scene in Mustafar was etched into my mind, and I refused to watch it again until I was 11. Dang, man. I'm still kind of scared of when the Tusken Raider popped up in front of Luke. I don't like jump scares.
Things around to the right-wing people that also have a problem with theory. People like the Critical Drinker and Mauler who have no backbone.
My argument in my tweet was like, I don't think that if Vader saw some shit like that happening, I don't think he would leave it unchecked. I don't think he would walk by.
Yeah, Vader wouldn't give a crap. He just wouldn't give a crap, especially by this point in the timeline.
Vader's opinions on this wouldn't be relevant, right?
He's still Anakin at the end of the day. And Anakin.
And theory proudly displays that he has absolutely no idea how Anakin works or how Darth Vader works. He's not Anakin at the end of the day. He's Darth Vader. It's not until Luke comes along does Anakin start to surface in Return of the Jedi. The characters in the original trilogy had said swear words like hell and damn. To claim Star Wars never had swearing in it is objectively false. I don't even think this guy has seen the movies in a while, or if at all.
It wouldn't stand for that shit.
No, but it's just not relevant. Like, why would Vader's opinion matter here?
I just don't think that that's something that the Empire would be cool with if they actually saw it. I don't think it
I think the Empire wouldn't give a shit about the people that they're subjugating and murdering.
I don't know what your guys' opinions is on Snarky J. My dad watches her and he thinks she's pretty good. But yeah, she is delivering facts that the Empire just freaking won't care
in mass levels.
Shut up, bitch. That's the point that they're making here. It's like, okay, when you've got no real oversight and you've essentially got unlimited power over this little community or whatever, what are guys like that going to do?
Okay, so first of all, the person tweeting this is some non-white person saying, theory got cooked, Lamau, go back to wherever you came from. You come down and there's already a trans flag, freak. You come down just a little bit more and there's furries and Palestine flags and more gay people. Talking about...
Okay, calm down. Calm down here, buddy. You can't just say, trans flag and Palestine flag. Point out what they're saying. Don't just point out what's in their bios, okay? Take a page out of Darth Melvin's book. He rips on their content and he points out that they have pronouns in their bios. He does showcase that they're idiots, but at every turn, he doesn't just focus on their profiles. He also focuses on what they have. What they say. Come on, man. Vader was fine with Tarkin giving the orders to blow up Alderaan by the time of A New Hope because he doesn't object to Tarkin deciding on threatening to do so. Mahler and Joshi Boy are tied in first place for most pretentious Disney show. What about Sheev Talks? Would he count? I feel like he would count. Yeah, she's pretty good looking. I would say she's pretty good looking. Remember, guys, Vader could take it up the butt, but it still wouldn't change his character, even though it totally would.
The actual clip itself, it's really annoying that Critical Drinker and Mauler, two people that are supposed to be fighting against wokeness, are just bending the knee and defending Andor. And don't even get...
I mean, they did it before and they do it again. But in this case, it's like, yeah, it's a bad scene, but they're not exactly wrong. I mean, again, the expanded universe had it, but you want to disregard that because it debunks your argument. But I'm sorry, the facts don't lie.
Me started with that stupid bitch who should keep her mouth shut. I don't know who you are. Why are you trying to...
Bro, he is being exceptionally harsh on Snarky J. Dang. You got a problem with smart, beautiful, intelligent women, dude?
Stand up to the guy who has Star Wars in his channel name. You're trying to correct him on Star Wars lore.
Maybe because she knows more than him. Ever considered that idiot? Or can women not like Star Wars according to you? Because imagine if this guy went up against OG Star Wars, of all things. His mind would freaking melt. His brain would explode. Guess we found an actual incel. It seems like it. Also, dude has a Captain Rex statue in the background. You're one to talk about Star Wars, dude.
You retard. Critical Drinker is somebody who I've never watched. I want nothing got to do with the guy because he's a retard who has no backbone. No, Andor isn't good. Neither is Daredevil Born Again or the sequel trilogy or Furiosa or any new woke piece of crap. And this guy is always there to back it up and say, well, it was actually pretty good. And Mauler as well. I don't know what you're doing trying to pull him up and correct Star Wars.
Dude, Theory's a spineless coward. Come on, man. Hypocritical much? Amen. Amen. Are Mahler and Drinker Disney shows because of Braze Andor? No, but they are fake fans. There's a difference. Disney shows actually get paid. Wannabe shills are people who want to be paid by Disney. And fake fans are just people who like Disney Star Wars but aren't paid to do it. Is Snarky J a real Star Wars fan, or is she another fence rider who hates the Disney trilogy but loves another Disney Star Wars flop like The Mandalorian or Andor? You know what? I don't know yet. I have to go ahead and check her channel. So I'll put a pin in that and I'll get back to you on that. Says the retard. Absolutely. Enter code 69 to get 69% off your Theory China Saber CN.
Here you're going, well, how is that relevant? How is that relevant? How is that relevant? Watch Return of the Jedi, where Vader, at the end of it, the whole point of the movie is that Anakin was still inside of him. He's still a good person. Stop.
He buried Anakin so deep that he himself was convinced that there was no coming back. Anakin was, in his eyes, was gone. It's not until Luke is practically dying does he finally snap out of it. Come on, man. Did you not watch Return of the Jedi? The very movie you're telling people to watch? Nope, neither can I. I can't take him seriously. Mahler and Critical Drinker lost all credibility once they showed for that boring, overrated communist propaganda show Andor.
Trying to interject and correct the dude that knows more about the thing that you're talking about. You spastic. And it's not just me. I think that a lot of people out there who are fans of Star Wars and comics and movies are getting let down by these people who, I'm annoyed to say it, are grifters. And that's something that gets thrown around a lot, but it actually is the truth in this situation. Why?
Okay, then prove it.
Are you defending Andor? It's some piece of crap. Why aren't you turning around and say, well, whatever happens in Andor doesn't really matter because it's fake Star Wars. It was made last week.
Because they shilled for it. They defended it. They actually liked it. Yes, that makes them grifters, but come on, man.
Why are we even talking about it? Seriously, you can't trust anybody in this day and age. And the funny thing is, Star Wars Theory isn't even right-wing or anything. The dude is just a normal fan of Star Wars. And
Star Wars Theory is a Star Wars casual. A filthy casual. Star Wars Theory doesn't know crap about real Star Wars, you dumb person. Because, yeah. God's the amount of glazing this guy is doing for Theory is pathetic. It was his son's love that awakened Anakin Skywalker within Vader. Literally when Palpatine was killing his son. Why do I keep opening that?
And that's probably why I respect him more than the Critical Drinker. Because the dude is actually authentic and believes what he's saying. He doesn't want...
No, he doesn't. He flip-flops.
Politics or SA or swearing or weird crap getting forced into Star Wars that was never there to begin with. So if you agree with me on the fact that Star Wars Theory does not deserve this and what he's saying is the truth, then do let me know. And if you're a left-wing freak furry who hates Star Wars Theory, or if you're a spineless grifter hack like the Critical Drinker, then you can go screw yourself and go complain to your boyfriend.
You hear that, guys? I'm a spineless grifter. I'm a spineless grifter, according to Ranting for Vengeance. We're all spineless grifters here on Brandon the Awesome. Aren't we, chat? Aren't we, Vader's Fist? Remember that Star Wars theory, like The Last Jedi, as far as I am concerned. Has this guy met and known the Gatekeepers Alliance? I don't think he has yet. God's that guy was insufferable. Yes, he was. Very insufferable. Well, guys, I think it's about time I wrap it up and let you guys go. Pretty light stream tonight. I didn't really have a whole lot going on. I didn't think there was a whole lot going on. I'm still grateful for the 500 subs. Absolutely. So, if you like what you see here, please like, share, and spread the word. And I'll see you all next week. And always remember to be awesome. Take care.